All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So this one's a little bit of an interesting video because I'm confused. All right, that's the first baseline statement to make. So one general assumption I have is a sector moves together. I don't care if it's the weed sector like we're going to cover here, if it's EV stocks, if it's lithium, if gold, whatever, uranium. There are so many different sectors, and in my head, all the tickers within it go up together, down together, sideways together, right? Some outliers here and there. Weed today felt like it was all over the place. Look at this doji right here you see on Tilray, right? Very, very different from CGC, the other one I'm going to focus. But even other ones that I'm not going to necessarily cover, but look, sorry, VFF. VFF brings a double-digit green and is kind of making me wonder if it wants more, right? Kron, another one, does have a somewhat doji, but this one was green. Almost the exact opposite of that one was SNDL, kind of a doji in itself, but that one was red, right? It was very, very weird. High Tide was another one, right? I think this one was red, not crazy red, but that's a scary candle, right? So it's odd to me to see how disjointed the movement was today. All right, I'm real curious if you have a reason or a thought to that, but yeah, I'm confused by that, right? But nonetheless, I'm gonna at least focus on the technicals for these two. Yeah, but before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we gonna do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can, please subscribe to this channel. Share this video online with your friends. Comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, anything you can do does so much for these YouTube algorithms, especially if you can actually share this thing. Oh, it's a click away and it does wonders, all right? So let's get into this. And again, overall, my echoing comment over the weekend's videos across the different weed sectors was I'm not sure what today was going to do. Today was obviously the first day of legalization in Germany, right? I wasn't sure if that was going to be a sell the news moment, right? I know a lot of people were really pumping it, all right? And hey, some people disagreed here. I'm real cool with that. You know that, right? Healthy disagreement is a beautiful thing for both sides, right? Everyone actually does learn. But there were a lot of people pumping. And if there's one thing I've learned is I would much rather anticipate bad and be pleasantly surprised than to assume good and just get blown away by a red scare. You know what I mean? And to me, even being wrong is kind of okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's my... Oh, no, I don't know who this is. Sorry, that's a thing. I'm not sure which happened, right? Because here, there was definitely a recovery, right? With CGC, I think CGC had a little bit more of a Germany run, and I'll get to that one shortly, right? But yeah, I really can't tell, because again, I started the video with it. So many went up today as well. So one thing I never really got a clear answer on, I'm very curious about it, is what happened with Florida. So Florida was supposed to approve weed going on the ballot. Again, nothing's been voted on, right? But it was potentially going to become legal in the state, obviously not federal just yet, but another state that goes from medical to recreational is a big step, right? So I'm not sure if there was a Florida answer. We talked about it a little bit on the Discord. Florida. This, I believe, was the... No. This is where I asked this morning. Come on. Sorry. And then this was the screenshot. So it seems like maybe it is going to be on the ballot for the 5th. I don't really know. Like, this wasn't as definitive an answer I would have liked. But if we know, I would really appreciate that. One thing I'll say is I did see MSOS go up. This kind of made me think the answer was yes. Oh, man, there's a little bit of an after-hours pop. I wonder if the news is dropping now as I'm saying these words. I have no idea. But yeah, Tilray, again, this is going to be the focus for now, right? So let me know about the Florida thing. This is an interesting doji, right? Because, like, let's get into the technicals now. To me, I've been saying it a bit more lately because these have very much been data days, right? I'm glad we're still above the 50% line, right? Like, we're still holding more than half of this latest big candle, right? To me, I'm seeing two very, very indecisive days. The day before, the Friday or the Thursday, right? Because Friday was off. Yeah, Thursday, the doji said, "I want to run," and then it came back. Monday's doji, today's doji says, "I think it's going to drop and come." These two, like, I am not a person that there are people that move so much money solely based on what the candles say. Like, whether it's one single one, whether it's two or three back to back, like, I don't know what these two mean. I gotta believe that these mean something. It's really crazy to me that, again, on Thursday, some people thought it was going to spike and they decided to let's just wait. Today, some people thought it was going to die and they decided let's just wait, right? So again, just an interesting thing, right? I know I kind of talked about that 230 range on Tilray. It looks like that is so far where it came. Look, as long as we are over this 8 moving average, as long as we are over the green line, I'm happy. I am bullish. I'm okay with it. I'm still believing we're over the 200, right? I actually don't want to talk about this line yet because let's come down here to the orange one, this 20 moving average. We have now golden crossed the second one, right? The 20 has gone above the 100. That's a good thing, right? So let's keep the golden crosses going. I would love the 20 to surpass the 200. Oh, I froze there for a sec. That's really what I would love. If we can get that orange line up over the next couple days, maybe by Thursday we'll get there. And end of the day, I just do not want to lose the 200. All right, I do not want to lose the 200. That's the big story right there. All right, so. Tilray, again, this doji has me confused. I can't stress that back and forth. On the weekly, look. That was a big candle 2 weeks ago, right? This thing smashed 3 moving averages. In a lot of ways, this is a very bullish candle last week, but also it's kind of a doji in itself, right? It's definitely a bigger middle than, say, obviously this single day doji, right? But I mean, we have some extreme wicks up and down and a little bit of an uncertainty, right? So I would love to just kind of get us to here. Where, yeah, I mean, that's basically what we wick last week, right? But I want to get us to 260 by Friday. 262 is exactly where I'm clicking, right? I want to be above this August candle on the weekly, right? That's essentially what I'm looking for. But MACD is now in the positive. That's lovely. A little odd to see the RSI coming down, but again, it's still just a single day in the week, right? It's still pretty early. So, I think I have to assume this is still going to come down. I think we're going to still retest this 130, Jesus, 230, 229, 230. I think that's a realistic place for this to come down. Listen, the 8 moving average is an amazing line that we might come down to it and just repop, all right? Again, I'm seeing the 20 also want to come up. Like, it feels like it does. It feels like we've broken this a little bit more substantially than we have in the last ones, right? But we saw it. We go up, we come down. We go up, we come down. We go up, we come down. I don't want to see that. I'm okay going up and coming back, but we got to, at the very, 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 very minimum, bounce on the 200. That's going to be the one difference. Sorry to zoom in and out so much. Between these last, what we'll call them 3 attacks, maybe 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? They all literally up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down on it, right? I'm okay up and back, not down. Go up, back, go. Hopefully never even do it, hitting the 8 and the 20 and taking off, all right? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Let's come into CGC. So definitely a little bit of a tougher day on CGC, all right? Really quickly, if you can please subscribe, if you can please share this video, it does wonders with the algorithms, all right? But yeah, CGC, my concern was a little bit of a sell the news. I think it's fair to say CGC has done the best from this Germany news specifically, right? I think most of the weed sector got that same run from the 15th till about the 70% day, right? But the 15th through this 25th week, I mean, the Kamala Harris thing did great things for all. Again, I think it's fair to say that CGC did the best with Germany, arguably, right? I'm not looking at every single weed stock, you know that, right? But comparatively, at least, it did. And this green makes sense to me that it went red. Again, even seeing this 12% day, I'm not sure if there was a sell the news moment here or not, right? Nonetheless, you know, I think it's just a back of the moment thought. I wanted to learn a little bit more. It didn't really happen. But at this point, I'm focusing on the lines right now, all right? And look, as long as we are over the 8 moving average, which is basically at $7, right? If you're looking at the box over there, it's at $6.99. But as long as we're over $7, it's easy to stay bullish, all right? It really is. As we drop, look, it is still bullish at 550, 560 is basically what I'm clicking on, all right? And it's what I talked about on Tilray. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's even worse here, right? This, we literally have not broken that 200 moving average, right? Since 21, roughly, 2021. When I look at Tilray at least had a couple again, I don't know if you fast forward or not, right? But it broke and then lost quick, broke, lost quick, broke, lost quick, broke, lost quick. The last thing I want to do is see that happen with CGC. I'm sorry, my cat's at the door. She wants to come in. What are you doing? Are you coming in? Come on in. We're recording for the people. Hurry up. Oh my gosh. Taking your sweet time. I'm so sorry about that. So again, no one wants to fall from 750 down to 550, right? That's actually a pretty bad drop. I can't do the math quickly in my head, but I think that's a 33% drop. I think you're losing 250 on a stock that basically has 3 sets of 250s, right? So no one wants to see that drop. I am hoping that 7 holds. If 7 doesn't hold, 660 is going to be the next place. It's definitely not worth me drawing a line, right? But if we go over the 200, come back to the 200, and then bounce and go, I'm cool with that. I am. To me, it signals the line went from this like impossibility to this like new friend. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to describe that, right? But it's still okay. But it's like I mentioned in the last video. There are bullish drops that you don't want to eat. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest, things like that dictate what I do with my stuff. Because again, I'm a swing trader, right? If you're long and strong, hey, I am still believing that this is a sustainable uptrend. I am still believing that we are holding the 200 moving average. I am still believing that this 20 moving average is going to golden cross, just like I was saying in Tilray, right? Unless I see something drastic from the sector, I'm holding my bullishness. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a little confused at the disjointedness, right? And that's all it is right now. If it gets a little more drastic, we'll see what happens, all right? I want to talk about the lower indicators here. I don't really think I said it much on Tilray, but this is a little bit more drastic because, look, we have essentially been living at 45 million shares per day, all right, over the last 4 especially. Maybe this outlier will bring us up a little higher, but let's just call it that, right? We've now dropped back down to this tier, okay? And 2 things. Number one, that's basically a 50% drop. I'm going from above 40 down to 20, right? So that's more than a 50% drop. My next concern becomes, am I now about to drop down here to about 10? And then what happens if we come back down to 4, right? I don't want to lose 90% of my volume just like that, right? So I think this volume drop, I think this RSI drop has me still thinking, I think we're coming down to 660. I'm hoping 640, 660, whatever I'm clicking on right there. Again, I'm not going to draw the line because, hey, maybe the 20 moving average can make a little bit of a drastic move, right? Because, again, I don't know the math behind it, but this is where it's steady before this little outlier might make it go pop a little bit quick, right? Again, I don't know the math, I'm telling you, but I'm just kind of making some slope assumptions is the best way to say it, right? But I am one more time, this thing can come down to 550, basically 560, 550. I'm still bullish. That's just a big thing to eat and use that. Again, for some, that could be a real cool place to enter for the first time. For some, even that 660 number could be an interesting place to average up if it looks like it's going to hold. There are look, I often say there are healthy reds in an uptrend. There are actually sometimes a little bit of a healthy drop because look, I don't draw trend lines too much. Sorry, I got to move some of this stuff. Is it this thing? Yeah, let's bring this down. Sorry. Oh, I can't. Get out of here. All right, Nope. What am I doing? Sorry. Can I close you? Oh my goodness. You can tell I don't know what I'm doing. I want to click that trend line right there. No, it's not letting me. Wow, that's really annoying. Okay, I'll figure that out. Look, I wanted to draw this. That right there, that's a pretty aggressive slope line. All right, let me just do it like that. That's an aggressive slope line right there. A good, healthy uptrend is actually almost what that line looks like. I think something like this would still be one really, really good uptrend. And that could maybe mean a couple reds bringing me back to reality so I can continue that healthy uptrend, right? I'm okay with healthy cool downs. Sometimes a healthy cool down does mean a couple red candles in a row, right? I know they look scary, but again, when you can anticipate it and it doesn't get worse than you anticipate, there are ways to use that to your advantage, all right? I want to cover MSOS because I'm actually real curious about that after hours pop. So give me a second. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Otherwise, let's come into MSOS real quick. I'm opening my phone to see if there was any news here. So sorry for this somewhat live check right now. One thing I talked about a little earlier was Florida. It looks like there's some headline about a Virginia governor. They say no to, okay, whatever. Listen, bad news about reschedulization, about safe banking. Look, all of it is rumor, all right? Rumors don't matter. I thought something bigger happened after hours, but hey, whatever. I'll cover this one just for the sake of it, all right? So again, this after hours pop caught my eye. I think this viewership might be a good place to ask. What happened with the Florida ballot final answer? Today we were supposed to see if legalization went on the Florida ballot this November. Again, it's not the biggest of things. It's not more important than reschedulization or safe banking or anything like that. But the more states that move from medical to recreational just make it louder and louder and harder to not do something federally, right? So I don't really know where we're at. Like if we're close to 25 states being recreational, are we close to that 50% of the states, more or less? I really don't know, right? But that's an interesting question for the group if anyone knows. But again, I'm seeing some bad headlines. Some governors said no, some senators said no, some congressmen said no. I really don't care, right? It's all rumors. Throw the rumors in the pot and just mix it up. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, bad headlines are actually good right now to me because end of the day, I've been saying this since the 15th, all right? Since the first pop. Kamala Harris, her title is the second most important in the nation. You know, someone else mentioned, you know, I'm actually gonna give some credit to it. I'm in another Discord. I'm in this one right here. And it looks like there was something called the Second Chance Month. All right, April is supposedly the Second Chance Month, and there's some thought that there are some weed implications in that. Because look, there are a lot of people in jail for a lot of weed things that a lot of people don't think are worth it, right? Again, our opinions about that don't matter. nonetheless, that's the rumor that's kind of brewing from that, right? So second chance month, maybe they'll change some rules, this and that, right? Just throw it all in the rumor pot and mix it, all right? Just mix it and mix it. I'm good with that, all right? I'm liking the technicals that I'm seeing here. I am seeing this thing bounce and bounce and bounce and go. I like today's candle after Thursday's doji, all right? The doji definitely holds 50%. Today we are definitely over it. I don't think I'm giving much credit to this after hours pop. I don't think it's actually anything. Like I said, it obviously fooled me. I covered this when I wasn't planning to, but 1051 is the money line. Look, if we can get over that 1051, the next line is a little more than 20% up, right? I'm kind of rounding, I guess, but I'm basically adding $2 on 10%, right? That's that on 10. That's 20%, right? And ooh, excuse me, I hiccup. After that is where things can start getting silly. Listen, do not have $20 dreams on a $10 stock, but I will say I think it's worth. Oops, did I freeze a little bit? What's going on? Oh no, I gotta pause. Hold on. Okay, the chart's not going to work, but I kind of ended my thoughts. Look, let's focus on that 1050 and 12 line. I don't know the exact 12 number, but I think it was a good sign that the system crashed. It was like, look, don't make the next line because that's real. Listen, keep targets healthy and small, all right? And then as you believe it's hungry for more, you adjust and you attack accordingly, all right? That's a good thing, I promise you, all right? So didn't expect to end this at the fireplace. I like coming here. We don't come here too often, but we should a little more. But look, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.